Oh, okay. Cross your fingers this time, guys. This is probably my fourth attempt to narrate this battle. I'm really excited to narrate this battle. I had such a great time with this battle. It was awesome. Another NU battle with Tetra, you guessed it. I don't really have anybody else to battle. He's pretty much the only one. We're real good friends. We've been friends for a super long time. So this was a really fun game. He has a wall on his team, and I have a staller. So it was a real fun, real drawn out game. I did that with my stall guy, Mystic Sableye. This is I don't want to take credit for this because this is the Mystic that MML Frosty Pixie uses. Check her out, guys. She's really a great little Wi-Fi battler. She hasn't posted a video in a while, but she has tons of black and white battles with some great footage, great pokes, so he swaps out from Glade, fearing the burn, and, of course I go for it anyway, because I'm like, he didn't have a single fire, I didn't remember seeing a fire Pokemon, so I just swapped straight out. I know he's got to have the Will-O-Wisp, so I send out my Eradicate. I've got the Flame Orb, so I'm going to get burned regardless, so I figured, hey, if he's going to burn me, that's totally fine with me. I don't really care. I'm going to get the burn anyway. So I'm thinking maybe he's some weirdo with Pain Split, and he is a weirdo with Pain Split, but see, I thought it was an attack, so that's why I went for the Sucker Punch, but no, Sucker Punch doesn't work with Pain Split, and I had absolutely no idea. Maybe that was a beginner mistake. If it is, I apologize. I'm thinking, surely he must have a single attack, nothing but pain, but he's got nothing but Pain Split, obviously, to hurt me. It's pretty obvious, made pretty obvious by that. Even if he did have an attack, I don't think he'd go for it just because he knows that with my Guts boost, the Sucker Punch would do very good damage against this Dusknoir. So it's pretty much a burn war right now, just going at it and just stalling each other out. So I send Mystic back in. I want to go for the Confuse Ray just maybe to hurt him a little bit. That way I can send in my weaker guys and try to pick him off with a real powerful attack. But he keeps going for Pain Split, hoping for something like that for me to switch out, him get all his HP back, and plus with the leftovers, burn outweighs the leftovers, so it's pretty much all about his Pain Splits. But I go for the Spite, which just helped out a buttload. That's 4 Pain Splits he won't be able to use. He goes for the burn again, just to burn another one of my Pokemon. Well, it doesn't really matter, because with Prankster, Sableye is always going to go, he's pretty much always going to go first, because all of his moves are moves that we could attain a priority, because none of them are attacks. Of course, it's the Will-O-Wisp, Moonlight, and Confuse Ray set, but instead of Metronome, I'm running Spite. For things like that, who want to wall you with, like, screens or something, you just Spite. Lower the PP so they can't attack you anymore. So, now I'm thinking I've got great health. He's probably going to switch out, so I went straight for the Confuse Ray. Luckily, he sends in his Rybolt, which is Magnectric's Japanese name. And I get the Confuse on him. I don't really care who I confused. I figured Magnectric's not a bad one to confuse, so, I go straight for the burn, just, residual damage. Personal preference, I feel that burn helps a lot more than paralysis. I don't know, I think it's because of things like Sableye who have Prankster, they can pretty much beat the Parahacks because of the +1 on priority, so. He uses Switcheroo, I knew this thing had Switcheroo, and I know it had Choice Specs, so I don't know what I was doing staying in here. I should have swapped out and freaking, pulled in, like, Heatmore or something who could, like, take a freaking, Choice Specs and, like, use it and stuff, but Mystic can't. I use the Spite just to get rid of some Switcheroos, because I don't want him coming in here and stealing a better item than leftovers, but it doesn't matter. He swaps out of Glade again, predicting me to go for the burn again, but I'm like, you know what, dude, whatever, my Sableye is just too boss for all of you guys, so I'm going to switch out, because, Sableye is definitely going to be a good one to salvage for the end of the game, but unlucky for me, I make a bad play and swap and Eradicate. Thinking back, I should have just gone for, like, the U-turn and swapped into someone powerful and gone for, a really high power attack. Just tried to take it out. I went for the Sucker Punch again, thinking, come on, please use a move, but no. He's just going to go for the pain split. Sorry about moving the camera around. I'm using my phone, obviously, so I'm just trying my best not to, wiggle it around too much. So, phase 2 of the burn war commences. So, finishing this out now, swap and eradicate out of here. Battle's halfway over. I like to keep the turns down there, just, so if you guys want, you can skip toward the end of the battle just to see who wins. I don't want to force you guys to watch if you don't want to watch, so I make a great play, thinking he may switch out, because predicting him to predict that I'm going to switch. So I send in Heat More, and he ends up sending out a Scapulator, which is great. So, I'm going to go for the safe Flamethrower. I know it'll hit anything he sends in. He goes into Haunch Crow, and I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I'm like, oh, it took him out. I mean, I didn't really think it would, but I mean, max special attack, Life Orb, I wrecked on that little Haunch Crow there. He sends in Gallade. I know he's going to go for the close combat. At this point, I think he's, banded, yes. I figured he'd be banded. So I send in Sableye to take that, but he goes for the Stone Edge, which was a very, very smart move on his part. I'm thinking I would have survived it if it didn't get a critical hit, but, I could have just gone for the Confuse Ray, but it does not really matter at all to me. He swaps out of his Gallade. He sends in Skuntank. I'm just like, whatever, I'm not going to go for the Sucker Punch because I predicted the switch, so nope, never mind, false alarm. I did go for the Sucker Punch like a dumb person. So that's just a turn of burn. That I got an extra turn of burn, which is good for him, bad for me. I go straight for the Facade because it's stab and I have the burn. And he gets the Aftermath. I didn't really expect that. I figured he'd be rolling the Stench for like poison or for flinches and stuff. But no. He got Aftermath, like Drift Blims. I think it's annoying on Drift Blims because they usually carry physical guys. Like Ampharos and Heat More, like some of the few special guys I have. Doesn't matter, he sends back in his Gallade. You're gonna think I'm weird for my next move, but I thought it would be fun to mess with physical sweepers. So, I took that little under half, which I was like, doesn't matter, because my next move is gonna make all the difference. Cotton Guard, go. Wrap me in your mystical wonderfulness and raise my defense drastically. It's like +3 up in here, man. So I'm thinking since it did over half, I'm like, oh, he's definitely banded. So I'm like, okay, he's banded. He has to switch out because it's not gonna kill me now. And one Thunderbolt will kill him. Sends in Rhybolt, great move because it's gonna give him a Lightning Rod special attack boost. And I'm like, crap. I don't have much special. I put a little defense on there because of Cotton Guard, so Flamethrower might take me out, but considering I'm at half health, I figured, nah, probably not. So, of course, I go for the Focus Blast. After he Flamethrowers me, smacks me, just engulfs me in a flame. Does half health, so I was like, okay, pretty good. Even with the lefty's boost, I'll be able to survive one more. So I smack him with that Focus Blast. I didn't expect it to kill him just because it's not stab or anything. All that good stuff. So he survives with like 2 HP. Kind of ticked me off, but it's not going to matter. Even with the lefty's boost, the burn will kill him. It's going to be... So it's getting down to the wire here. I know I got a Cotton Guard up. I'm like, I wanted to be greedy and use one more. Just in hopes of maybe survive one more close combat. But, that only did probably about 50 something, so I just played it safe, went for the Thunderbolt, him having the -1 spec defense drop. I know Gallades have good special defense, so, whatever, it survives at like 12 HP, which is just a pain in my butt, like a huge pain, because that means he's going to take out my Ampharos, so... Whatever. Ampharos is really good though. Took out that Rhybolt because with the switcheroo, that could have given me some problems for somebody else. Whatever. So I sent in Superior. We talked about it after the battle. He's like, "Yo, dude, contrary." He's like, "Totally OU." So after this battle, I put my Superior in the OE box. It didn't really matter because Superior didn't end up doing much damage at all. I mean, right here I do go for the Leaf Storm. I mean, it's obviously going to kill him. But afterwards, he swaps into Escavalier, so I'm forced to switch out, because there's no way I'm going to... Number one, there's no way I can kill him. And number two, there's no way I can survive an X-Scissor, because I know, because of past videos, that his Escavalier is Choice Banded. So, and there it is. Sends it in here. Turns out, I've been watching videos, and Escavalier looks way cooler from the back. Just thought I'd put that out there. So I send in Whiscash as Death Fodder, because I know that if this thing can 2-hit KO Kingler, who has boss defenses, I know he can 2-hit KO Whiscash, who also has boss defenses. So send him as Death Fodder. I know I'm going to be faster, so I'm going to smack him with an Earthquake real quick, just, for some good damage, because I know Whiscash can hit very, very well. I mean, it's very obvious. I mean, the Dragon Dance set it really does really good if you use it well. So, the second X-Scissor is going to be enough to take me out. I'm going to pop on Heatmore, because I'm like, he's got, Dusknoir and Escavalier left, so pretty much good game. So, he sends in his Dusknoir, obviously. I'm pretty sure he just sent it in just in case I ended up going for the Focus Blast, but no, I'm going to go for the Flamethrower, because why would I go for Focus Blast? I mean, whatever. So, doesn't quite kill him, because Dusknoirs are pretty bulky in pretty much everything. So, Heatmore is just chilling here. Not much I can really do. The Dusknoir survives the burn, luckily for him. So he gets off a Shadow Sneak. It does next to nothing. So I just go for the safe Hidden Power Grass, whatever, man. So that's enough to kill off the Dusknoir. And all he's got left is a Escavalier, so that's gonna kill him. So anything else I have to say? Not really, guys. Like I said, I'm going to start leaving the turns at the bottom of the screen just so you guys can skip forward if you just don't feel like, checking out what kind of sets I'm running, but whatever. That way you can just at least see who won. Leave a like rating if you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to keep a happier tone because my first two videos were kind of boring as far as my narration goes. So, let me know what I can do. Always love the help. Thanks, guys. Peace.